Hi everyone, haven't done an update in about 2 years, so here's a little update from my backyard. Zucchini that I found hidden in this bucket here. We have a whole bunch of seedlings where I had too many that I extracted from my new seedling tower, and this thing has been a work in progress. Worked really well in summer, but then as it cooled down it got waterlogged and the draining wasn't adequate. So I had to add this additional drainer. Halfway up wasn't good enough. It would just sit half full and it would get smelly. So now it drains out with that, and then I improved that again and started 3D printing little drains like so. And there's inside, it just looks like this. Oh, up here. Looks like this on top. I put that little bit of silicone around because I want it to like 1 mil of water to sit in there, just because if it's off for 45 minutes I don't want there to be zero water in there, just a tiny bit of water. So that's why the silicone's there. So that's a drain. There's some seedlings there. I think that's a whole bunch of broccoli or cauliflower. So that top one, so I've got 3 more to do in the shed, adding the drains, so 3 don't have it. So this is actually quite smelly now because it doesn't have the drainage, and they would get sick. They'll be getting sick if they sit in water. Root rot. Over here to my towers. So anyone that remembers, I used to have 15 towers over here, and they're all gone. I gave them, or got rid of them on Aquaponics Australia for $50 or something. Hopefully they went to a better home. They can make better use of them. But the towers have been pretty much just a whole bunch of labour and very little reward. Occasionally I get good results and it's somewhat good and looks beautiful, good lettuce, good bok choy, but overall they'd block up, get root rot, pretty much guaranteed root rot, and things just don't grow well. Like this, for example, this tower, it is actually running and it just doesn't do well. So I do have a plan to improve that. Same with those systems there. They're on the same timer in the background, so they didn't do very well over this summer either. And they're currently being on a timer like this. This only has 16 cycles for a 24-hour period. And that means that I have to put it on something like, say, 15, 20 minutes on, 45 minutes off, because there's only so many cycles. From what I'm seeing online, the best cycle for these towers is something like 3 minutes on, 20 minutes off. So I've found a relay that I've got in the shed and I wired up, and I'm going to put that on, and that allows it to be on a 3 minute on, 20 minute off cycle. So what I'm going to do today, hopefully, if all goes well, or tomorrow, I'm going to strip all the tower. This is one system, those 3 plus those. Take everything out, maybe drain the tank, reset the tank to try to get rid of the root rot, and then start again with all my seedlings and see how I go over this autumn, winter, with a new system and a new timer. So as you see, they just all got sick, and let's have a look-see. See this? Not healthy at all. That is exactly what you don't want to see. So just sick brown plants, so oh well. But in saying that, these tomatoes are absolutely delicious. I looked at these, I was like, oh, I wonder if I'm going to have to compost some of these. It won't be good. Even forget that little bit of blossom end rot. It's absolutely delicious. Like, more tasty than some of these other ones, actually, to be honest. Very awesome. So here's a garden. I've had more cucumbers than I know what to do with. So these yellow ones had a lot of these, heaps and heaps of these. Well, orange tree, that's orange. Hopefully I get some fruit off it. This is the first time I've seen fruit on it. It's been in here about a year. This one's split. I don't know why. If anyone knows why this split, let me know. So it's on that kind of water cycle, and it doesn't store water unless I put this stem pipe in, and then I can back it up if I want to fill it. Tomatoes, mostly tomatoes. Probably not the best cycle for these. I think I've got too much water on these beds as well. It's actually on most of the time during the day, and then it's off all night. It's only off like 2 hours during the day, mostly 2 or 3, but the beds are usually full. That is, what is that one? It's sweet potato. Yeah. This did okay, not great. I got lettuce, celery out of that from seedlings, and then got too hot during summer, and I just started to get wilt. And then I cut all the heads off, and it's sort of grown back a bit, which is kind of interesting. Still a bit of water in there. I don't know if you can see that. Cucumber back there. There's more sweet potato coming along. As you can see, just in this little area, more tomatoes I don't know what to do with. Just here, all very yummy. Cucumbers coming off there. Got chili here. What do we got there? We got that what's that called? Lemongrass. I cut that back severely. Ooh, I think Ellen planted this one. Yeah, so this lemongrass I just cut back severely. It grows astonishingly large. So I cut it back. The reason why I've cut it back is I want the winter sun to come through here and hit this bed. If I don't cut it back, it won't reach this bed. I need to do some whipper snipping, as you can see. And over here, these cucumbers did quite well. Actually, really well. I grew them from seed over in the seedling trays and then transplanted them over here. Pretty good. And then over here, this is where I'm growing my mushrooms. So I planted these. I got them growing there, and here. Nah, just jokes. These are wild mushrooms. Oh, it's crazy. And they're in the backyard too, in other spots. There's one growing over there. Crazy. Yeah, excuse me. Over here is my snow peas. So this is from beds, and they've just grown on their own. I just sometimes dump from beds. It's a cutoff, and snow peas are grown. This is actually delicious to eat, So if you get it young, it's not stringy and it's not chewy. They're what they call microgreens, and I'll eat this right now. Take my word for it, it's yummy. Put that in your salad, and you're set to go. Over here, let's hope this is the end of this saga. So I tried this to be a sand bed, and it failed and got all root rot and that. And then I left 2 inches of sand in the bottom, and then put all the clay balls on top, and even that, it grew really well for a while, and then it got root rot, and I was like, this is cooked, what am I going to do? So I had to take all the balls out and extract the sand at the bottom, and then also had a leak in it, so it's all painted with pond liner paint. It's like fish-friendly blue paint. So that's painted. So this liner at the top here is really just on the top. It only goes down like 2 inches. So now it's all clay. I got $450 worth of clay for $150 off Aquaponics Australia. I put an ad out saying anyone selling any. So these seedlings went in like 2 days ago, or yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was yesterday. So we'll see how this goes. I hope that's the end of it. Look, see, he didn't make it. He's suffering. They really struggle on the first few days. What's going on there? You got, what else? Oh yeah. So this thing is growing astonishingly well. So this is what I feed back into my pond. I also have a bathtub worm farm out the front, and that tea goes in this system too. I have to carry the 10-litre bucket around. But check this out, guys. Look at this. So look at all these little dudes. Look how big that guy is. So what we're looking at is nature, the cycle of nature doing its thing. So we've got worms in here and everything else you can think of. I use my cardboard shredder and I shred cardboard. Very poopy. It's so wet. But I'm really going to have to get these castings out at some point. Not looking forward to that bit. What do we got over this side? Look at this. So nothing goes to waste. That's dolomite. I put some dolomite in there to bring up the pH. Yeah. Gross on my fingers. It's amazing how much this drops. But yeah. And I'm going to end it here. There's more, but I'll end it here.